Nice ribbon. Hey, buddy. You can get off. I don't care. All right. Well, my first snake of the day is a pretty sizable garter snake. I think that's definitely the biggest one that I've ever found at this particular spot. Maybe about close to 1.5 feet long. Not quite. I got a glove this time. I had to run across the road to grab him, but very nice looking snake. Very bitey too. Here, let's see what it does to my hand. Are you not interested anymore? You got me pretty good already, buddy. No? No biting? I appreciate that, but look at that blue. Beautiful colors. All right, he's pretty relaxed now, but look at that blue. That's why I like to find these snakes. They're just so colorful. This one has some really nice yellow on it too. You done biting my glove? You all good now? All right, time to get him out of here. He's still kind of bitey. I'm not gonna free handle him, unfortunately. But look at that bright red tongue. Oh, he's so scared. It's okay, little guy. I'm gonna hide you. You'll be okay. Here. I lied. I am gonna use my bare hand. Oop, hope I don't regret it later. But you're running out of time to give me one last bite. There. Just go that way. You'll be okay. Well, about 5 minutes after releasing that big garter snake, I road cruised a small garter snake. And what's weird about this guy is that it's actually more blue than the bigger one. And it was basking in the road while the bigger one, which was found a lot earlier, was not basking in the road. That one was trying to get across. So that's kind of cool. 2 garter snakes road cruised during the same morning. Well, this is actually the first garter I've ever caught during the daytime that has never even tried to bite me once. What a chill guy. I guess you guys get a little angrier the bigger you get, huh? You're so colorful. I almost like you more than the big one. We'll get you out of here. Love your colors. Thank you for being such a chill bro. But your freedom awaits. Dude, look at the size of this rough green snake. I swear every one I find is bigger. Look how big it is next to my foot. That's got to be a 3-foot rough green. Hi, dude. You're so big. I'll get a better look at you when I can get you off the road, but that is a huge rough green with a meal in its belly, by the way. Hi, friend. You guys are the friendliest snakes, so I just gently pick you up. Man, that is nuts. Well, November's really been the rough green snake month. This is the last day of the month, but it's the 4th rough green snake I've seen this year in November. Hi, buddy. This is definitely the oldest one. The previous one I had, which was super high yellow, looked a bit longer. But I don't know, this one's almost 3 feet long, which is about as big as they can get. This one has a bit of a mid-yellow to mid-white belly, nothing crazy, but a nicer dark green definitely makes it pop a little bit more. As always, a gorgeous snake, something I'm not going to ever get tired of finding. I'll get him out of here and keep going, but I'm going to try to see if I can get it to sit still for some good photos. Nice to see this species, as always, very colorful. Let me show off that red tongue of yours. There you go. All right, we'll get you in a tree and get you out of here, buddy. Well, I'm at my spot to look for box turtles, but I found something a little different today. It's a tiny little pinewoods tree frog. I've actually never seen one here, but you can tell that's what it is because of those yellow spots on its leg. I thought it was going to be a Cuban tree frog for a second, but that is definitely a little tiny pinewoods tree frog. First one I've ever found in this area. I've heard them call before, so it's nice to actually officially see it here. Sorry for messing with you, little dude. We'll get him back on a plant, get some photos of him, and see if we can find some turtles. Oh, check out this green tree frog I just found. It's mostly brown, but it has a couple areas on its head and limbs that are green. I know they can change color. You guys might have noticed that the pinewoods tree frog I found was green when I found it, but it turned brown when I was taking photos of it. So that's really cool. What's up, dude? You're cool looking. I'll get you back on your plant. Well, I'm at a spot that I haven't been at for months, and I just found something really sad. This right here is a freshly road-killed glossy swamp snake. I've never seen this species before. That's really sad that my lifer, technically, is not even alive. I had no idea that this existed over here. It's the third species of swamp snake that we have in Central Florida, and definitely the least common, but it's a very fresh hit. So if I was here maybe a half hour ago, I could have seen this little guy alive. I'm surprised it's out here. It's not a very wet environment that I'm in, but because this is a fresh hit, I'm going to donate this to my UCF friends. They can probably get some cool data off of it. You can tell this is a glossy swamp snake because it has 2 rows of black spots on the belly instead of 1 row like the striped swamp snake. So very cool, but unfortunately dead find. But it's nice to know that this species exists here. Maybe I can find a live one at some point. Well, I'm taking photos of this snake on a pine cone, but one thing I just realized is that this species has never been documented as far south in the state as where I'm at right now. So that's pretty interesting. Another thing I forgot to tell you guys is that they actually have rigid scales. The striped and black swamp snakes are both smooth, but these guys are not. Hard to tell on this little guy though, but yeah, it's a very interesting find, not just because it's rare, but it's because it's never been recorded in this part of the state before. So I need to come back here next year and get a live one. That is one of my big targets for 2026. Hey, there we go. Man, it's been a long time since I've seen an eastern rat snake alive. This is my 35th of the year, and it is my 98th rat snake. So we got 2 more to go to get to 100. It's not completely an adult yet. You can still see a bit of juvenile coloration. You're hiding. Why do you keep hiding your head? I'll get some pictures of this guy, get him out of here, and keep looking for my last 2 rat snakes to get 100. I don't have a lot of warm nights left, so I'm going to take advantage of it while I can. Alright, one last look at him. Nice orange coloration. Bye, buddy. Thanks for not biting me. You're free to go.